Before you download the software, the first thing you're going to need is to know which version of the software that you need to download. The quickest way to find this out is to open up Word, go to File, Account, and About Word. And at the top you'll be able to see here whether your version is a 32-bit version or a 64-bit version of Office that you have installed. So based on that, you'll have to download the version that matches your version of Microsoft Office. So I'm going to close this down now that I know I need the 32-bit version. The next thing what you need to do is to navigate to the website, which is www.easyfsfinancials.com, and you need to go to the download page. On the download page you'll be able to see the two versions, that is the 32-bit version and the 64-bit version. So I'm going to download the 32-bit version to install on my machine. After downloading the software, you will be able to see the zip file which has been downloaded. Just make a note of where you have downloaded your file to so that you can access it. The first thing to do, and I must stress this, you must unzip all the documents. So basically you need to extract all the documents out of the zip file in order for the software to run correctly. Now I have already done that. I have already extracted it and it's in this folder here. So this is what you would see when you have extracted all the files. The first thing you need to do is to install the Access Runtime version of the software if you do not already have Access already installed on your machine. Now the software requires Access 2013 or a higher version to be able to run. Adding a version above Access 2013 does not add any additional functionality to the software. It is just a newer version of the runtime of Access Runtime that you are installing. Now I have included an Access Runtime version in the download folder, so you can go ahead and install the runtime version first if you do not have an Access version 2013 or above installed on your machine. Alternatively to installing it from this folder here or this file here, you can also download this file directly from Microsoft website. Just look for Access 2013 runtime and you will be able to download it from the Microsoft website. If you choose to download it directly from the Microsoft website, just make sure that you download the correct bit version of 32-bit or 64-bit depending on your version of Microsoft Office. So when you say download in the Microsoft website, it will give you the option as to select which version you wish to download. After you have Access installed on your machine, that is Access Runtime or the full version, you will be able to see the Access icons here. If you cannot see the Access icons, you might just need to restart your machine so that it can recognize the files and you will be able to see the Access icons. Once you have Access installed on your machine, the second step, which is 02, is to install the software. So I will double click this to install the software. The first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to allow it to run the software. So I would say open. It might come up with another requesting access to run the software on your machine. You just need to provide access to it. Now it is recommended that the files are installed on your My Documents folder. So you do not need to change any of this when you're doing the installation. Okay, now in my case, in order for me to demonstrate it to you, I'm going to put it into a subfolder under My Documents. I'm going to put into this folder so I can actually show you the files being installed. I'm going to select that folder and I'm going to hit install. The installation is a very quick process. It's already done, so I say okay, and that's it. So I've opened the subfolder here so you can see the files that get installed. It'll basically install the program file, which is this folder, and templates. Now once the software is installed, what you will also be able to see is an icon for EasyFs Financials on your desktop. So you need to just run that software, that icon, in order to start the program. So when you run the program for the first time, you will be able to see this screen, which is the licensing screen. If it doesn't open automatically, you can just press set up license and it will open this screen up. So the next step which you need to follow is to save the license request form. Okay, so when you hit save request form, it will ask you where to save it. Ideally, save it in a similar location to where you saved the program or where the program was installed. So I've already done the request form, which is here. Now I'll open the license request form. In the license request form, you will be able to see the email to which the license request form must be sent to, and you request for a license to be provided to you, and a license will be sent out. This is the information relating to the user and the machine that the software is installed on, and this information is required in order for the license to be issued. Once the license request form has been sent, you should receive the license back within 2 to 3 days time, and most often it is sent within 24 hours. So once you receive the license, now I have saved the license here, which you should receive. And what you would see in this licensing PDF is, in addition to the code that you sent, the license key. So all you need to do is to copy the license key by pressing Ctrl C to copy after highlighting it, and you would reopen the licensing form. You would paste it here where the key needs to be, and you will hit apply key, and with that the software is licensed, and then you can just go ahead and log into the program. So that's it, and it's a pretty straightforward and simple process to set up the file. If you run into any issues, just feel free to send an email requesting some assistance, and we will be able to help you out if you have any issues.